Hi, beautiful fruity cutie. What's up? My name is Jeanette, also known as Ms.FitVegan. Today we're going to talk about food addiction, and I'm really excited for tonight's Misfit Mondays. Should I start over? Fuck it. I'm really excited because I'm going to open up this discussion to my fruity cutie community because I'm really curious what they think. Everybody in my community has had a food addiction, and including me. And that's how we bonded. And we all came to this raw food lifestyle that is so amazing and healing. But can you completely cure a food addiction is the question. Can you cure a food addiction? I'm curious what you think. Leave it down below if you have cured your food addiction. If you want my opinion, I'm about to give it to you. I don't believe you can completely cure a food addiction. Okay. I think that you can learn how to live with it so that it is almost undetectable and it does not affect you or harm your life in any way possible. That's what I did. I had a food addiction for over 10 years, since the age of 13 to the age of 26. So 13 years, I stuffed myself sick. I used to eat 10,000, 15, 20,000 calories a day. I'm disgusted by how I used to eat. I used to eat a whole pizza and then Chinese food and then Dunkin' Donuts and then ice cream within like a few hours. And I would be so sick. We're getting into it, but I had a phobia. I had a fear of throwing up. So I had a food addiction and a fear of throwing up. So I could never have like bulimia. And I certainly couldn't have any anorexia because I loved eating, and eating was the way I coped with life. And that was my drug of choice. So I gained a lot of weight, of course, the first few years of my food addiction. And I couldn't throw up when I was sick because I was afraid of throwing up. I used to be very afraid of a lot of things: driving, bugs, throwing up, public speaking. I had a lot of anxiety and fear growing up. So long story short is I would eat, and I would be so sick, and then I would start to throw up, and I would like force myself to not. And it was really a horrible life, and I never got anything productive done, and I never was happy, and I never dated. I didn't date until I was 26 years old. 27 after I went raw. I was just living in a miserable cycle of binging and hurting, making myself sick and starving. I would starve all day and then I would binge all night. And this went on for 13 years. And when I found the raw food diet, this is the truth, it did not cure my food addiction because I didn't know what I know now. Now I would say that my food addiction is basically undetectable in my life. I'm going through a very stressful time right now. I've gone through many, many stressful times in the past few years, losing a lot of loved ones and moving and financial issues and so much stress. But I have never once in 15 years gone back to processed foods, not once. I have never eaten any unhealthy processed foods or animal products in 15 years. That doesn't mean that my food addiction is cured, because in extremely stressful times, there has been times in the past 15 years where I've overeaten on dates and nuts and nut butter. Even before I did the work that I'm doing now with my community, before I learned how the tools that could help me not use food for therapy and for comfort when I'm lonely, when I'm depressed, when I'm sad. Now I have other things, other tools besides just food. But back in the day, when I first went raw, I was overeating on dates. I was overeating on, lots and lots of nuts and nut butter. I would just take dates and dip them in nut butter and just chocolate, a lot of raw vegan chocolate. And I would overeat on that for sure. And I would get a stomach ache and I would not feel good. And I was stuffing myself, stuffing. Now, and I'm telling you, this is a miracle, but now I eat because I'm hungry. I don't eat when I'm bored or sad or lonely or depressed. But if I stop prioritizing buying fruit, if I stop doing tapping every day and journaling every day and having my community to talk to, and I stop having my accountability partner to talk to, I talk to her every day. If I stop these things that helped me stop binging on food, I'll go back to eating not processed foods or animal products, but I'll go back to eating dates and nut butters like there's no tomorrow, because I wasn't eating for fuel or hunger. I was eating to numb the pain of life. I was shoving down my depression and my fears and my anxiety. And like, here's the thing that I've learned over the years. You're going to have healthy obsessions or unhealthy obsessions. And you're going to have ways that are going to help you deal with anxiety that are healthy, or you can have ways that help you deal with anxiety that are unhealthy. So I decided that I wanted to go on the healthy path of life. I didn't want to continue to use food to help me deal with life. You know, the craziest thing is that we think that once we lose the weight, or once we win the lottery, or once we find our husband, or our husband finds us, or once we get married, or once we have kids, or once this happens, or once we move, or once we this, once we heal, once we work for ourselves, then we're not going to binge on food anymore, or life is not going to be so horrible anymore, or whatever. And that's not what happens. Something else stresses you out. Like, once you win the lottery, you're going to have a lot of stress about how much money you have. You're going to have stress about, maybe family members wanting money, or like people scamming you, or the government wanting their fucking 50%, or that whatever. There's more stress coming. Like, remember Biggie Smalls said it, more money, more problems. It's not just more money, it's more life, more problem. Problems are coming. Problems are always coming. You're never going to have a life completely void of any negativity at all. Like, honestly, I feel like I live a relatively stress-free lifestyle. Like, my life is amazing. Yeah, I've been through some difficult times in the last 5 months. It's been one of the hardest times in my life, but every day I think about what I do have, and I focus on what I have. I have my health, and I have my community, and I have my life, and I have my breath, and I have a roof over my head, and I have food in the refrigerator, and I have this outlet where I can make YouTube videos and express the things that I want to talk about to people that care. Jim Rohn said, talk about things that matter to people that care. And I feel strongly that my community cares. Like, you care. That's why you're listening to me. You care about being better. You care about being healthy. You care about the animals. And it makes me feel good to talk to people that care. I once had a job, and the job was amazing. I worked for this raw vegan juice company, and I used to be the head of training and development. And I used to teach people how to make smoothies and juices, and I used to teach people how to, talk to customers and ring them up, and also describe the benefits of eating a raw food lifestyle, right? And sometimes I was teaching the employees things, and they would fall asleep. And I would hear some and I would be like, is this what God wanted me to do with my life? I just don't know. But it was a big blessing, and I'm so grateful for that job. It was a dream job. And shout out to Juice Press. That was the company that took a chance on me and hired me for that. And it was a dream job. And I wouldn't have left New York, and I wouldn't have left that job if, my sister didn't pass. But my sister passed away, and I was only in New York for her. And I saw an opportunity to move, and I had to take it. I had to take it because, the universe wanted me to be warm. God wanted me to be in the warmth. I was never supposed to be cold, but I would do anything for my sister. And here is how you tap into what will get you over your shit. Because your food addiction is not your fault, but it is your responsibility to heal it. And the way you start healing it, number one, is to not make it all about you. You see, your health and your life and your happiness and your productivity and your discipline and your consistency and the things that you do is not just about you. What about your family, your friends, the people that are looking at you to see what's possible? What about your kids? They need a healthy role model. What about your sisters and brothers, your parents? They probably have a lot of health problems. They need someone to show them what's possible. And once you show people what's possible, then they know they can do it too. And if you think that nobody's watching you, I'm telling you right now, everyone's watching you. Everyone, strangers, family, friends, they're watching you. They're seeing if this fruity cutie lifestyle works, or they're seeing if it doesn't, and you keep eating crappy food and they're like, oh, well, she's the most disciplined person I know and she can't do it, so fuck it, I can't do it. But like people around me, they literally have changed and healed and lost so much weight because they're like, oh, wow, okay, she can do it. I guess it's possible to just eat fruit and vegetables, nuts and seeds. Guess I'm not going to die from a fucking, protein deficiency. I was just in the workout just now. I was leading a workout about an hour ago with my community members, and I was telling them, I was like motivating them to lift heavier and do more in the workout, because we need raw vegans and healthy vegans to be the kind of people where you look at them and you know for sure they do not have a protein deficiency. We need people asking us, wow, what do you do for protein? Because you clearly, like, we don't need bodies in the raw vegan community that look like we're deficient of protein. This is another video for another time, but what we need is raw vegans that are lifting weights, that are working out, that are squatting, that are fucking walking, running, climbing, bike riding, like rollerblading, tennis, fucking, what's all the sport that white people play? Oh, pickleball. We don't need raw vegans in the community that are sickly and skinny as fuck and just look like death. And people are like they make statements like, you're not getting enough protein, or like, where do you get your protein from? We don't want the goal for me and my community. I don't know about your community, fucking juice fasting for 40 days, getting the mucoid plaque out. Okay. My community, we're all about, I want everybody in my community to be the type of raw vegan where people are like, whoa, where do you get your protein from? Because clearly you're getting enough protein. I want people to ask us, how do you get so much protein, or how do you get your protein? Not, are you protein deficient, or like, are you sure this is healthy? That's a reflection of what we look like. So in my community, we looking good, feeling good, fruity cuties with the booties. That's us. If you want to join my community, I got a spot for you, boo. Boo. I don't know what I was saying. Boo. I got a spot for you, boo. On March 1st, we're starting my Food Addiction Freedom course. Okay, it starts this Saturday. And if you'd like to join my private community and learn everything there is to break your food addiction so that it is almost undetectable in your life, what's going to happen is that sometimes in severe stress, you might overeat on fruit, vegetables, nuts, or seeds. But like, that's the worst. That's the worst. If you truly do everything I say in the course, you show up every single Sunday and Wednesday on Zoom for 2 hours. You do the meditations with me. You do the tapping. You do the homework. You do everything that I ask you to do. Then you will not have a food addiction to processed foods or dead animal body parts. You might still overeat on watermelon sometimes, or dates, or whatever, fucking cashews. But like, that's not going to do anything besides just give you some bloating. And you're going to have to like pee all night because of the watermelon. You know what I mean? Like, my life was destroyed when I had a food addiction to processed foods and dead animal body parts. So the truth is that I don't think you can cure an addictive personality, but what I know for sure is that you can absolutely heal your food addiction and completely annihilate it from processed foods and dead animal body parts. I did it. If I can do it, if I can get off processed foods and dead animal body parts forever, I know you can too. I know you can do it too. I know it, because there's nothing special about me. All I did was follow the instructions. I just followed the instructions from my mentor. I had a mentor in 2011, and he told me exactly what to do. And everyone's like, who was your mentor? It was my ex-boyfriend, and it's crazy because he was not raw, but he knew exactly how to be raw. He just had a food addiction, and he had other addictions, and I don't think he had the desire to really be raw. I had the desire. I needed it. I wanted it. I was overweight. I was sick. I was depressed. I had a lot of health issues, and I had my family to look after, and I wanted to inspire my family. I wanted my sister to stop having seizures. So I knew that if I went raw and I made really good raw food, maybe one day she would go raw and she would stop having seizures, and she would stop needing the medication, and it was working. My sister, this is crazy, guys. My sister, Lisa, she had a brain tumor and she was having up to 50 seizures a day. And when I got her on a plant-based diet, she had 0 seizures a day, 0. And she did pass away in 2019, but she's still here. She's still here. Her name was Lisa, and I wear this every day. And yeah, I'm doing it for her still, because I know there's other people out there with diseases and with illnesses that need help. They need someone to show them what is possible. And if I don't show people what's possible, then who the fuck will? And that's what I want for you. I want you to say to yourself every day, if I don't show people what's possible, who the fuck will? Who the fuck will? So, food addiction. The addiction can be managed, absolutely. The personality, you're still going to have an addictive personality. But the good news is that you can become addicted to healthy things. I'm addicted to yoga. I'm addicted to tapping on my face. So cool. I'm addicted to nature. I'm addicted to deep breathing now. I'm addicted to being creative and writing. I'm writing books. I'm writing like 3 books at one time right now. And I'm addicted to helping other people. I'm addicted to working out. I'm addicted to healthy things now. Oh, I'm addicted to fruit and vegetables. That's for damn sure. But I'm not eating when I'm not hungry. That's the thing. Like when you start eating, and Martha and I were talking about this the other day. So check out my interview live from the other day. I interviewed Martha, who was in my course. And she was talking about how she can't believe that when she eats fruit and vegetables, she's not hungry afterwards when she eats enough. And finally, she's satisfied. You see, I was never satisfied when I was eating a standard American diet. I would eat a whole pizza and I was still hungry because my body wanted nutrients. That's why you're still hungry. So the fruit and vegetables are very healing and very helpful for a food addiction, and they do help satiate you. Absolutely. They help with the ghrelin and the leptin receptors. They help to heal your body so your body can finally feel full. Okay, maybe for the first time in your life. I mean, I know that for the first time in my life, I felt full after going raw in 2011. So if you'd like my help working on your food addiction, I would love to help you because I healed mine. I know I can heal yours. You will still have an addictive personality, but now you'll be able to put that towards something productive, boo. Something productive, like writing your books. Okay, I have a few of my books here. Okay, that's just a few. I've written 10 books now. Why? Because I'm not obsessed with food anymore. Now I'm obsessed with improvement. Now I'm obsessed with getting better. I'm obsessed with being productive. I'm obsessed with helping people. You can do that too, but you can't do it. You can't do both. You can't have the energy you need to accomplish your goals if you are fucking giving all your energy towards binging on unhealthy food and getting better and healing from that and constantly like having health issues, and all your energy is going to just surviving and staying on, survival mode. You can't do both. You can't step into your destiny if you're not willing to do what it takes to get there. I was not productive at all when I had a food addiction. All I did was go to work, come home, watch TV, and eat. I didn't have any passions in life. I didn't have any purpose. I didn't have anything to live for. And then when I went raw, everything changed and my mind changed. My life opened up to all these totality of possibilities, all these possibilities that were created for me. And then, of course, since I started helping myself, the universe started helping me. You see, we're always like praying to God, and I'm religious myself, but like I don't believe God will just do things for us. Yeah, there are miracles. I found sumos yesterday for $1. So I know miracles are real. But I think that to get the most out of life and the most blessings, we have to take the first step. You have to bless yourself first with taking productive action, taking massive action sometimes. If you have a disease and you're just sitting there waiting for a miracle to happen, it's not going to fucking happen. If you have 100 pounds to lose or even 20 pounds to lose, they're not going to come off just sitting there. No way. It's never happened, ever. In the history of the world, nobody's ever gotten what they want just sitting there. You're going to have to take the first step, and then the universe does stuff for you. It's crazy. So a little story about that, and then we're done. I always wanted, this is so crazy, I always wanted to go to the Woodstock Fruit Festival, okay? I have been raw since 2011. They started the Woodstock Fruit Festival in 2011, okay? So I was watching it online and, reading about it and hearing about it, YouTube videos and stuff, for 6 years. So from 2011 to 2017. And I was in a toxic relationship, and he didn't want to go, and he didn't let me go, and I was scared to go by myself, and he would threaten me, if you go, this relationship's over. And it was like the most toxic relationship, but I was in it, and I was codependent, and I didn't know that love doesn't hurt. Somebody who doesn't know how to love hurts. So long story short is that I waited until we broke up, until I left my partner in 2017. And then I said, you know what? I'm going to fucking go. I was fired from my job. I ended my relationship all in the same month. And then I said, I'm going to the Woodstock Fruit Festival. So, this was like a dream of mine, dream to go and be surrounded by all these raw vegans and have like unlimited fruit and like be in nature for a whole week and just learn. And I'm obsessed with learning. So, and I didn't know what I know now. I was only raw for 6 years at that time. So like, I knew some stuff, but I didn't know what I know now. Now I have absolutely mastered the raw food diet. I am not guessing anymore. That's why I'm teaching people how to go raw. And if you'd like my help to go raw, I'll leave the information below. We start on Saturday, March 1st. I'm not guessing anymore. A lot of these YouTubers are guessing. But after 15 years, I've coached thousands and thousands and thousands of women, so I know what works and what doesn't work. But I went to the Woodstock Fruit Festival in August 2017, and oh my God, I had the time of my life. The whole thing is documented here on YouTube. So if you type in Ms.FitVegan Woodstock Fruit Festival, a lot of videos will come up from 2017, because that's when I started my YouTube as well. And I also wanted to start a YouTube earlier, but my boyfriend wouldn't let me. And also, that's insane thinking about that now, just saying that out loud. But also, I was nervous to start a YouTube. And I'm glad I didn't, because I didn't know what I was doing. I was juice fasting, and I was mono meals, and I was no fat and all these nonsense. And I didn't know what I didn't know. I didn't know how to do it right. Now I do, and I'm so grateful. And I was fucking up my teeth with the dried fruit. So I went to Woodstock Fruit Festival in August 2017, and I met so many amazing people. I met Kuba, who's one of my really good friends to this day. I just spoke to him today. And so, yeah, it was an amazing, amazing time. I went with Awa, and you can check out, I documented the whole thing. So then what happened was I took the first step. I volunteered. I couldn't afford to go. I volunteered at the Woodstock Fruit Festival. And the next year they asked me to be a manager, and they wanted to pay me to go. I was like, what? You want to pay? Wait a minute. You want to pay me to eat fruit and be cute? Yeah, where do I sign? Yeah, let's do this. So they paid me to be a manager, and then the next year, they wanted me to be in charge. What the fuck? I said, what? Yeah. And now, I'm going to California, to cut to 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Yeah, oh my God, it's 9 years later. And now I'm on the board of directors with Ann Osborne for the Woodstock Fruit Festival, and I'm going very soon. As soon as I move, I am going to be flying to California to check out, hopefully, the new location for the Woodstock Fruit Festival. And like, what? The fruit. That only happened because I took the leap to go to the Woodstock Fruit Festival in 2017, and I did my best. I did my absolute best. I worked my ass off, and somebody saw it, and they were like, oh, hey, can you come back next year in 2018 and be a manager? And I was like, Oh, yes. What? So, like, I tell you this story to let you know that you don't need money. You don't need connections. I have zero connections in life. You just need to show up and you need to take the first step. Whatever you want, it's there for you. The reason God put it in your heart is because it's part of your destiny. You're supposed to lose that weight. You're supposed to heal. You're supposed to write that book. The reason you want to write that book is because it's part of your destiny. You know, I believe your whole entire life has been written for you. Like, it's already in your destiny to have that book. But are you going to make it happen? Because you have free will. God gives you these dreams because they're your destiny. They're supposed to happen. But you have to make them happen. Nothing is coming to you. The Woodstock Fruit Festival didn't come to me. I had to go to it. My community, it didn't just happen. I started it. And, you know, there's something, oh my God, this video is so long. I'm so sorry. There's so many things that I want to do, and I know I'm supposed to do them, but I'm scared. So I'm not above being scared. I don't have confidence in every area of my life. I have confidence in the raw food diet because I've been doing it for so long. But I don't have confidence in many areas, and the reason is because haven't done them. And so now it's like I really want to start doing workouts online. So I teach workouts 4 days a week, but I want to start doing them on YouTube. I want to start doing workouts, right? Like, I want to show that raw vegans can be really fit too and lift weights and just, you know, be healthy and fit. And I want to show that we don't need to eat animals to be healthy and fit and glowing and, you know, looking good. I mean, let's just be honest. I want to look good. So I want to work out. I want to inspire people to work out. I want to work out live on YouTube. And I know you guys are going to encourage me. You're like, you can do it. Of course you can do it. And I teach workouts at Woodstock, and I teach workouts at other fruit festivals and stuff. And I teach on Zoom Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then on Saturday we do yoga. But I'm nervous. I'm really nervous because I just don't do that live on the internet and for strangers anymore. I did it during COVID, but like, I stopped, I got out of the habit, and now I just do it with my community. And I know there's such nice people. They're not going to be mean to me. They're not going to judge me. They're not going to say I'm not fit or I don't have this or whatever, you know, I'm too fat or I'm too skinny or whatever. It's so hard to start something. It seems so scary to do things you haven't done before. I know you can probably relate because you might be scared to do something too. And the only reason we're scared to do it is because we haven't done it yet. The only reason we're confident in one area of our life is because we've done it over and over and over. If you think of something right now that you're good at or that you're confident in, it's because you've done it many, many times. So going back to the food addiction topic, the reason you might feel overwhelmed or scared that you'll never break your food addiction is because you haven't done it yet. Once you do go a day without processed foods, 2 days, 3 days, a week, a month, a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. Once you go a certain amount of time without it and you prove to yourself that you can conquer those cravings and you can live without processed foods, you can stay raw, you can stay consistent, you don't have to be scared anymore, and then you'll feel confident, and then you'll feel like you can do this. You see, everyone's like trying to feel like they can do it before they do it, but the action always comes before the belief. The action always comes before the belief. You're not going to be able to believe that you can go raw until you go raw. You're not actually going to believe that you can lose the weight until you actually lose the weight. I cannot believe that I lost the weight. I can't believe it. It's been 15 years and I still can't fucking believe it. But I did it. The action came before the belief, and I still don't believe it. When I really think about it, you guys, like, I'm going to end this video. It's very long. But when I really think about it, I can't believe that I'm raw. I can't believe that I don't need to eat the foods that everybody else needs to eat or feels like they need to eat, chocolate and pasta and whatever. But after a while, you just don't crave those things anymore and you don't want them anymore, especially if you're filling up on fruit. That is like the number one secret. If you're hungry, you've got to eat. You've got to eat. And if you try to restrict, I can always tell who's restricting because they're falling off all the time. If you're restricting, like, I just want you to know that, like all of my fruity cuties that like keep falling off and stuff, it's because you're not eating enough. Like, that's it. Yeah, there's some tips and tricks, but like, you're not eating enough. You're trying to lose weight really fast. You're restricting. You are not eating enough fruit. It's just as simple as that. And if you'd like to learn how much is enough, if you'd like to learn food combining, if you'd like to get an accountability partner, if you'd like to get support and guidance and work with me one-on-one for 6 full weeks, you're going to get my phone number. We're going to be in a WhatsApp group chat. You're going to get unlimited coaching time from me. So one-on-ones, unlimited for 6 weeks. You can call me anytime. You can text me anytime. You can voicemail me anytime. We're going to meet twice a week officially on Sunday and Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can work out with me if you'd like. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday at noon. I'm going to put you in my private community. You're going to meet all these amazing raw vegans from all around the world. You're going to meet your new family, your tribe, because that's a big part of it. I'm so excited. Every Monday I get to meet with my private community, all my fruity cuties from all around the world, all these amazing women and Jeremy. Okay. What's up, Jeremy? We have one guy. Guys come and go, but Jeremy's consistent. Guys are welcome in the private community. I don't know. They just don't stay. I don't know. But we have amazing women from all around the world. And I can't wait tonight because I love to hear what they say, and I love to get advice, and I love to get suggestions and recipes and all types of things. So yeah, it's amazing, and I'm so grateful. And if you'd like to join my course, you're automatically in my private community. So I send you the link to everything. If you'd like to just join the community, I'll leave that below as well. Love you guys. Thanks for listening. Can you cure a food addiction? No, but you can make it so that it's virtually absent and absolutely not harming you in any way possible. And it's virtually non-existent in your life. And that's a beautiful thing. I feel really grateful, really, really grateful. Today I was thinking about the reasons why I'm grateful to be me. And one of them is that I don't have a food addiction anymore. So whenever any of my clients that have cured their food addiction, whenever they say I'm a food addict, I always hesitate with that, like, because I don't feel like a food addict anymore. So I don't identify as one. I'm a former food addict, but I haven't eaten unhealthy food in over 15 years. So I can't be a food addict. I can't claim to be a food addict anymore. I'm not. And I know what works. And if you'd like to work with me and do the work, then I know it'll work for you too, because everything works if you do the work. I love you, boo. I'll leave the information below to my course, the Food Addiction Freedom Course, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.